Hello, 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 hello. We're coming in to do a what? A word of warning. Alright, we're doing a word of warning. Alright. And y'all know what? Out of this big old deck, we only got three cards. I think that's pretty good. Three cards. Alright. So it could be something when it comes to somebody's parents. Alright. Um, it may be something there when it comes to somebody's parents. We also have two additional cards, but today, with the word of warning, we're going to talk about these as we go. Okay? All right? So, Spirit, the card actually says, not your biological parents. And I actually think I had in the last word of warning, somebody was not somebody's biological mother. But this today we have not your biological parents. Alright? And so we're actually gonna with the type of cards we got here, we're gonna utilize this deck here as our overall. We may even throw in some of these cards right here. And I think we're gonna shift to this one to get our actual message. Alright. So yeah, I think that's the way we'll do. We only have three cards anyway for today's word of warning. So we're gonna go with this here first, and then we're gonna go to this deck and get us another backup, and then I'll tell you what this not your biological parent is lining in with. Okay. So Spirit, let's talk about this card. We're just gonna first look at a couple of overviews first. Not your biological parents. Alright, so with the first one, I'll tell you what we got after we get them. We'll put them both together, okay? Alright, so back up what this card is saying here, Spirit. Back up what this card right here is saying. I don't want to say them out loud till we get there. Alright, so is this right card right here with the not your biological parent? This one as well. Alright. So this is what we got, you guys. With not your biological parent. And we may be also looking into a couple of things too as we go through this. So I may be swapping back and forth. I hope that I don't get myself too. Let me kind of scoot over just in case. Because I'm utilizing this camera today, y'all. So, like I said, and I also want to be looking back and forward on a couple of things as well. Alright, as we go through this. So, not your biological parent. We have Help Me, and we have Luna. That's it, Luna. Now y'all know Luna is like lined in somewhat with some type of moon goddess or something like that, right? So we got not your biological parent. We got Help Me and Luna. So it tells me potentially already off top. It's like it's something that's I'm picking up more so on the species or something. So I hope y'all still can see me okay. I'm just and we are also going into a solar eclipse on tomorrow too, right? Okay, I don't know why that just come into my mind state. But Luna, okay, it is the Latin and Spanish word for what? Moon. Alright, moon. Alright, and then the given name is a popular girl's name. Alright, trying to see what we're looking at with this. So for this could be something maybe towards a feminine energy per se. And then it says the word traces back in an Indo-European root, meaning what? To shine or bright, right? And I always told y'all the moon was first, right? Because he said in the beginning he created the what? The heavens and the earth, right? Okay. And then he said that the earth was null and void, right? Okay. He said, let there be light, right? A lot of people may look at that as being the sun, but it actually was the moon, okay? All right? So that's how I'm kind of picking that up right there. And Luna is also insignificant when it comes to the Catholic or angelic, okay, as well. So we see some of that there. So let's see what we get from here. Spiritually, Luna translate from the Latin word moon and represent what? Divine feminine energy, intuition, and the subconscious mind, and the eternal rhythm of what? Cycles, change, and renewal. So that was kind of like a highlight of what we can talk about when it comes to Luna. So we see help me. So now let's look more now on the message side of what's really being said here, because the actual card says what? Not your biological parents. So let's talk about this spirit. Let's go a little deeper. All right, let's talk about it, spirit. Let's talk about this a little bit more. Not your biological parents. And once again, we got what? The moon. The moon. And we already know the moon is right here with what? Luna. All right. And we know that can talk about what? Secrets. Something being hidden. The actual card says what? Not your biological parents. Okay. Let's go deeper. And there we have what? A Knight of Pentacles. A Knight of Pentacles. A Knight of Pentacles can be, a Knight can go, it's like the only unisex card I have in the deck. So this could be male, female. But we know when we talk about the Luna, we're in the feminine energy. The Knight of Pentacles, that just talks about something been going on for a long time. Going back now to what we kind of read about the cycles, right? When it comes to what? When we talked about Luna. All right. Let's get another one. Actually, I want to, yeah, just give me another one. We're going to walk this thing out. And from there, you have what? The Hermit. The Hermit, even though we said the Lunia was a divine feminine, right? The Hermit is also a divine individual, right? So again, this can go either way, but we most so would look at a Hermit as more as a what? Masculine energy. So we want to clarify now. We're going accordingly, Father. We can get some answers. And then you have a Ten of Wands. And that talks about the burdens. That talks about carrying a load, persevering. Okay. 10 of Wands. So, Spirit, let's sum it all up. Is it the Hermit we're talking about in this? With the Hermit coming out here, will this Hermit be looked upon as being could have been an investigation. Somebody could have been looking into something. But whatever it is, it's been going on for a long time. It done went to the point where with this 10 of Wands, it tells me somebody know truth. What? Somebody's not your biological parents. So, Spirit, can you confirm? Because we know it was hidden, it was a secret. So, to end it, to sum it up, are you willing to say who don't have their biological parents? Time is currently 11:44. I don't know why I picked that up, but it's some spiritual here. I don't know why I just had a reflex to look back. Let's go back to the Bible. Mary. Mary was a virgin when she got pregnant with Christ, right? But Joseph came, and Joseph came and was with Mary, right? He was kind of ashamed because he know he had never touched her, right? So he knew that the child wasn't his, right? But they went forward on with life anyway, right? Now, only way I could see something like that really happening is something being there. I won't say it was, could have been an IVF potentially. Because that's about the only way I can see somebody in the earthly realm getting pregnant without somebody actually touching it. But with this here 2 of Pentacles, that's kind of the significant I just picked up right there. Are you willing to show one more? Because it may be something Spirit don't want to, maybe only the investigator, the point person that actually took the time to investigate or look into something would know. Because we got here, what? 5 of Pentacles. That's meaning being what? Left out of something. The black sheep or something. And I'm going to leave it there. Next card we got, it actually says star seed. Now when you think about the star seed is what? It's a new age belief that certain human souls originate from what? Distant stars, planets, or galaxies rather than Earth. Now when we looked at the not your biological parent, can't you kind of see something like that? Because with the situation in the scenario of how we see in the cards right here, right? Okay, and you know that they asked the question, uh, thinking that Christ was a star seed, but Christ wasn't a star seed, supposedly, right? Now, I don't look more into a lot of that star seed stuff, okay, when it comes to the origin, but potentially this could be the origin of somebody, potentially, okay? Do star seeds exist? Maybe so. Can you? I can see a star seed even if it's done with a IVF because of the simple fact reason. When you think about the seed part, okay, I can see that too. So let's go. Let's go on a little deeper. Let's get some clarifiers with the star seed. Let's see what we come up with this one. All right, tell me something about the star seed. We got flight. And we already said what? Distant stars, planets, galaxies, rather than Earth. And from there you got what? Chaos. So you got flight and you got chaos, right? And when we know right now we're coming into what? That 6-planet alignment, right? And when we got those 6-planet alignments that's coming up, you know, just look at the 6 planets that we do have in that lineup, okay? So, how are you saying when it comes to the star seed? Because we see the flight, we see chaos. Tell us about the star seed. We got a Knight of Cups here. Knight of Cups. That you look at it as being what? Potentially a prospect. It also like to talk about Knight of Shining Armor. A savior, if you want to say. Alright. Or somebody that's has some empathy, sympathy, and stuff like that. A real, genuine, laid-back, good-hearted person when you would think about a Knight of Cups. Alright. Tell me more here, please. So we have 2 cards to come out. Are these 2 cards what we need with the star seeds with? Okay. So is it this card we may need with the star seed? Is it this card we may need with the star seed? So neither one of these cards is needed. They just fell out my hand. I needed to confirm. Alright. So tell me more. I want to know now which way is the Knight of Cups going, please. Which way is the Knight of Cups going? We got an 8 of Swords. That go to chaos in a way. They can talk about the frustration. Okay. They can talk about the frustration. Feeling trapped. So why would so it's like somebody wearing a mask is really what I'm picking up there with the star seed. Somebody wearing a mask. Got a Knight of Cups followed by an Eight of Swords. Confirm that, please. And whoever this individual is, they finna leave. Try to leave. Try to do something. We're gonna see what this flight really saying. And we got there. We see the Queen of Swords. We got a Queen of Swords. Now when we come to the flight, let's find out what the flight. Let me see if we can spot that one real quick. Flight. It says go and indulge yourself. So go and indulge yourself is what it's saying about the flight. Okay. It says freedom can come with acknowledging who you are and how you want to be. Maybe you really are who everyone thinks you are. Find like-minded individuals who are support, comfort, and community. Slip free of slip free of restrictive earthly bounds and let your spirit soar. And in the upright, it says to what? Go for it. Indulge yourself. So, now, I said somebody's wearing a mask. The Queen of Swords came out. Revealed the Queen of Swords. It's something here probably, but I don't like the way the card just flipped out. They flipping out my hand, spirit. We want to clarify now on this Queen of Swords. But we got the Death card. So that tells me what? It's an end of something a pretender was doing. It's the end of it. So the Queen of Swords. How this go? There go the tower right there when I look over there. So the Queen of Swords is the Queen of Swords, a pretender. The Queen of Wands is the Queen of Wands, also a pretender. So we got two pretenders, potential, on the feminine side out here that was wearing a mask. So if they were wearing a mask, they caused chaos. They went and they indulged themselves into something. All right. Can you tell me the reason? Can you tell me the reason? Can you tell me the reason they will wear a mask? And we got the sun. And we got the strength. over here. We got a lot of moon. But the sun came out over here. And the tower still showing here. We're gonna get there. Just bear with me. I'm flowing with spirit right now. I promise you we're gonna get there. Somebody asked a question in spirit. We're gonna get there. Just give me a minute. Okay. Now we got our last card. Final card. It says to what? Call back your energy, your power, and your strength. Tell me now. Call back your energy, your power, and your strength. And this here, with this, we have cat. Let's see what cat card actually is saying here. No, that's not it. We're looking for the cat card. The cat card talks about the cat peoples. Alright. Talks about the cat peoples. And the cat peoples, with this word coming up, let's look up this word, because I don't want to say it out loud, because I'm thinking this is the word that means just that, but I want to make sure. Give me just a second. I think I spelled it right. That's exactly what I was. So you're gonna call back your energy, call back my energy, power, strength from who? The cat peoples. The cat peoples that was what? They're in a deep, narrow, bottle-shaped stone pit, used as a what? A secret dungeon. Calling back from the underworld. That's what it's saying there. Alright. Now, let's get the message on that, please. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Spirit. Let me tell you a little bit more. Let's look more at the cat peoples. I ain't calling y'all cat peoples now. I'm going by the cards, okay? Don't be offended. Don't be offended. It says what? Embrace your hunting instincts. It says what? Focus on the world outside. Alright? And it says, no one can help being who they are. Self-awareness imparted by using it to repress our true feelings can lead only to what? Misery. Fellow travelers may see past our public performative airs and sense a kindred spirit. Even as we seek covers in the what shadow, passionate feelings are he are he are and heated emotions can reveal our what true nature. Is this really something to be feared? And it says what? Embrace your hunter instincts. Focus on the what? World outside. So you're going to call your energy back. Call your power back. I'm going to call my strength back. I'm going to call back everything that the canker worm, palmer worm, any other worm took from Susan shall be returned upon her without any type of negative attachment. So that's what I say for me. Let's talk about it. The high priestess. The high priestess. All praises to the Most High. Anything else you want to put on this here spirit? Somebody had a question in the spirit too. I'm trying to see if I got another deck to get a better answer. Maybe this deck here give a better answer. So spirit, when it comes to not your biological parent, that's the one we want to look at. Because that's where the question seemed like the question was coming from. Let me pause, y'all. Let me get this other deck. Okay. So let's see if we can get. Let's see if this will tell us. So spirit, when it comes to not your biological parent, can you give us kind of insight or potentially who this is speaking on, please? Who is this potentially speaking on when it comes to not your biological parents? We got the lovers. So somebody could have been lovers in a relationship, or these it could be people having some type of mutual feelings for something. But whoever it is, I can tell you this much: potentially, when it happened, it wasn't no marriage there. I can tell you that it wasn't like somebody was married. Okay. Anything else you want to share on this potentially not your biological parent? We got concern. So somebody is concerned about this. Okay. So whoever concerned, apparently, potentially, they may know some truth. Maybe one day they'll get out and want to talk about it. But I see what I see right there, and I'm going to leave it there. Okay. So on this here's the ones that were wearing the mask, even though it's showing two individuals. It's showing a Queen of Swords. Is that Queen of Swords really a Queen of Swords that potentially could have been wearing a mask? Was the Queen of Swords wearing a mask? Yes. Okay, it was a Queen of Swords, but it wasn't no feminine. Okay. And what about this Queen of Wands? Was the Queen of Wands wearing a mask? Okay. Was this Queen of Wands a feminine? Okay, so the Queen of Swords was a man. The Queen of Wands was a woman. So it could have been them too, pretending to be somebody's parent when they wasn't. Because with these also coming up with two lads, not two different, I would look at it being two different. They could have been the lovers, okay? But they weren't somebody's real parent. They were wearing a mask. And then also over here, we already see what they was trying to do. They was the main target of all of this was what? The high priest from the underworld. Anything you want to share right here? Sorry this video is so long, even though this is a word warning. But we needed some word. We needed this to come out. Okay. Now, I just said these individuals weren't married. Right? Now, here go the marriage card. So if they were married, okay, and then you got a tree there that talks about some type of family tree, right? And we already know they was wearing a mask. Potentially, they not even a star seed, all right? And then also with the marriage could have been phony if they said they were married. That's how I see that. And then we got the knighthood. When I look down from the knighthood, we got the privileged lady. So I'm gonna put that back. I don't know which way that's going. Now, so with the marriage card coming here was potentially the King of Swords and Queen of Swords supposed to be in some type of marriage. So they were supposed to be in some type of marriage, but these people weren't married. And with the trees, that talks about an origin. That talks about ancestry. Do this got something to do with the star seed? No, because they were wearing a mask. Okay? I don't even see myself as no star seed. I guess that's what they thought I was seeing myself as. I don't know. Did they thought I saw myself as a star seed? Okay. I don't see myself as no star seed. I see myself as who I am. I know that I was created just the way they said we was gonna be created. Man and spirit, woman and spirit, into one. That's it. Everybody got a spirit within them. Everybody. So it really ain't no need, no reason for anything outside of goodness. But some people choose not to wake that spirit up within them. They rather keep that spirit that's within them. They rather keep it in the dark versus allowing it to come to the light. That's all it is. All right. So, anything else here, Spirit, you want to share? And I hope that answered your question, whoever that was that wanted that confirmation. Maybe it's the person that's in concern, where it really sounded like a feminine energy, but it's a masculine showing on this card with the concern. So I'm going to end it right there. All praise to the Most High. This was today's word of warning. Kind of went a little bit more in depth with that. Okay? Oh, right here, Spirit. All praise.